Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. This is take 6. Seriously, I'm just trying to get through this video and I'm hoping that I can do it this time. Many of you know that Derrick has prostate cancer. I haven't been able to talk about it because you'll know why. I'll explain in a bit. But now he has been public with it, even on his podcast. I will link to his podcast episode. It's the Rhythm Section podcast. All of a sudden I thought I was saying that wrong. And he talks about his prostate cancer on that episode. I'll link to it in the description. You can go watch that if you want. A few weeks before Skylar's graduation, I don't know, it might have been a month. She graduated in May, end of the month, maybe I think May 24. Derrick sits me down and tells me that he had gone to the doctor because he wasn't feeling good. He wasn't urinating right, felt weird, all this stuff. He was in pain, and that they are sending him for a biopsy for prostate cancer. It didn't shock me. My father had prostate cancer. His father had prostate cancer. He and I both kind of felt like it was going to come back positive for cancer. And, but I still wasn't overly worried about it. But he's only 48. My father was older, and they did not remove his prostate. They said, oh, you're going to die before that's an issue for you. But it did end up taking my father. The cancer did. And I just wish he would have had it removed. So, I'm all like, let's have this removed. But and Derrick too. Please don't fill my comments with, or his podcast comments with, you should not have it removed. He wants to do what he wants to do, and it's one of the reasons he waited. He waited until he was 100% sure what he was going to do, as discussed between him and his doctors. So that's what we're doing. He's having that done July 2. But we had to be quiet about it because nobody wanted Skylar to know, because she was graduating and she had all kinds of things leading up to graduation, choir stuff, concerts and at different places, and then she had prom, and then she had a house party, and then she had actual graduation, and nobody wanted to ruin all that for her by having her worry about what's going on with her dad. So he had the biopsy and it was positive. The next step was to have a PET scan to see if it spread. He had, the way he explained it to me, cancer, one form of cancer, but two different ways. One was not worrisome as much as the other one, which was acting as aggressive. So it can make things spread quicker. So they said, we need to do this. So they did that. And it came back as not having spread yet. But of course, they always, let you know. That doesn't mean it's a guarantee, It could be something that was just starting. It's not visible to us yet. All that stuff. But they said, you need, at your age, to have this pulled out because there was an aggressive form, and you don't want that to be lingering. Even though if they take it out, all out, there can be lingering cancer cells. So of course they tell us all that stuff. Another good thing is Derrick and I got to find that out the day of Skylar's graduation party, which was a Friday. Her graduation was Sunday. All those other things, we had to get through that, worried sick about Derrick's cancer and what the PET scan was going to show. And it was awful. It was awful. It's emotional enough, just crying at her last choir concert and then her prom. But Derrick was just broken. And I was too. And I'm going to be broken again here. So that's why I didn't want to say too much in this video. But I'm going to get through this. At least when we went to her house party, he knew that morning we were able to take a breath and relax a little bit. Even though it wasn't all perfect news, it was certainly hopeful news that it hadn't spread yet. And then same with graduation. I couldn't believe we were going to the graduation knowing something hopeful, that we had some hope in us. because, you know, it was hard to get through all of that stuff. And so he is having his prostate taken out. Oh, and then now Skylar knows. She's known for a while. He told her, I think, a few days after she graduated. You know, he just was waiting for the right time, and she was still excited. Stuff was still going on, and he wanted to just wait till that was all done. And then he told her, and, you know, so fortunate that he had some good news that he could tell her too. So she didn't have to ever go through a very scary, worried stage. So Derrick is having his surgery July 2. He's having it removed, and I didn't think it was going to be as involved as it is, but, you know, he's got a lot of downtime that he has to go through. And with his business podcast, you know, he relies on being able to work, you know, for himself, and that's going to put a dent in all of that. So he's worried about a lot of things right now. Of course, he's worried about the cancer and how that's going to play out, and hopefully that it will, you know, not be an issue. I hope his doctors take very good care of him and have lots of follow-ups, especially at the beginning. So we're just taking it a step at a time, but I wanted to tell you guys because I want to be able to, you know, talk about like my life, and I might accidentally say, oh yeah, so Derrick has another appointment, and they'll be like, about what, you know? So I just wanted it out there. My patrons and YouTube members know, my family of friends know, and of course Derrick, he let the whole world know on his podcast, you know. So once he did that, he said, Ma, I did the podcast episode about it, so now you're free to talk about it on YouTube. And I said, okay, I will. But it took me a little bit because it just have so many things going on. I have other things going on that, you know, are not as important as cancer, but still things that I did not expect. Things are just like really weird. I've been going through a weird year of weird things happening that I wasn't expecting and don't really know how to handle. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. And, you know, Derrick too. And then Skylar too. What a year for her. You know, she just graduated and she works full time. She's planning on going to cosmetology school in the fall, if that's still happening. And, you know, I still don't have a car because I gave her my car as a graduation gift, bought a car and returned it because they said that they fixed the AC. I even had to wait overnight for it. And it's all good, but the AC didn't last. It lasted about a day. So, you know, I have all that stuff to do, and I just procrastinate on all those things because I feel like I pick the wrong salesperson, the wrong this, the wrong that, the wrong everything. So, yeah, it's just been really, really stressful by a lot. I'm just glad now that I'm able to finally talk about Derrick on my channel. All's gonna go good, right? That's what we say. That's what everybody says, realistically, because I'm a very realistic person. There have been many people who have said all will go good, have all the prayers in the world, and, you know, and it doesn't go good, right? That's just how it is in life, right? And that doesn't mean that it's negative or I'm just putting bad thoughts on it. It's just realistic. It's what reality is. So I'm not like, I'm not falling apart because I have known my whole life we are all going to die. That's one thing I was sure of. Yeah, I'm just realistic. I'm very hopeful. I'm not too afraid that this is going to be a horrible ending. So we're just going to have to go step by step. And now, though, when I feel just down and out, because, like I said, I do worry about it, it's hard for me to record a video. And I thought, well, now that I can talk about it, if I'm having a rough day or we're getting different news or whatever, I can sit down and talk about it, and that'll help. That'll help. So that's why I'm telling you. Okay? Not that I wouldn't tell you, but I just couldn't say anything until Derrick gave me the okay, go with it, and he did. So I'm going to link to his podcast. It's him and one of his best friends, and he's the sidekick of the podcast, Jeff. Go watch them, and you can leave comments here. with me. You can leave comments on Derrick's podcast with him. And you can follow me on Facebook. Please do that, because I talk about a lot of things. And now that I have talked about this on camera, I might be talking about that, giving updates, things like that, on my Facebook page. My Facebook profile, because there's a difference. I'm monetized on Facebook now, so I'm pumping out other little things that might gain interest and attract new followers. I'm talking carnivore there again. Right now I'm doing my own little challenge just to see if I go no dairy at all and stick to beef. Can I get the rest of the inflammation out of my one knee that hurts? And it has for a long time, and I've actually cleared it up before, so I'm trying again. So right now I'm doing just beef, ground beef patties. I've been doing like 3 a day, and clarified butter, which grossed me the fuck out, that fucking shit. It's so rich, but I'm doing it till the end of the month because I took the milk out of the butter, and I have a recipe for that. If you go watch my other stuff, go to Facebook, scroll, you'll see all kinds of new stuff. I've been doing ground beef. I started only June 15. Today is the 23rd, I think. And ground beef patties, as many as I want or as few as I want. 1 can of sardines. I added that because it's supposed to be good for inflammation. So far, not any of this has worked. And then clarified butter. I took the milk out. And so those are the 3 things that I'm eating till the end of June. And I can't fucking wait till the end of this month because I want some chicken. I want some steak. But that's what I've been doing, and I do love my ground beef patties. That's not a punishment at all. I just had 2.5 for lunch. So good, so good. I'll be eating my can of sardines later at some point. Yeah, so I'm just going to be doing carnivore experiments, things like that. Maybe some more carnivore recipes, all that jazz. I did not mean to end this video with talking about this, but I do want you to come and follow me on Facebook, and I will be giving Derrick updates when things are going on, like when he has his surgery, stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching. Please go say hi to him on his podcast. And that's it for now. Bye.